All right. So this short film was kind of the brainchild of a podcast that I did with my buddy Zach, who is the main actor in this short. It was kind of like a joke when the area was getting hit with the smog from the Canadian wildfires. We made the joke. It was like, oh, we don't have to only be Batman at night. I can stand on my rooftop and pretend I'm Batman like during the day. And so that kind of took off into this like, oh, we can make a short film about this. And it happened literally the same time that we were pitched this, project to do a short film. So that's kind of how it started. So for this whole opening sequence, we thought it would just be funny to show like the average day of this guy who's pretending to be Batman. Wakes up late, eats his breakfast, all that kind of stuff, and then goes down and practices his training. And we decided to throw the inner monologues of him kind of explaining, what he kind of, like the reason of what he does and stuff like that. And we thought it was just very funny to just see how like ridiculous and how stupid we could make this at the same time of trying to make it like a good project and make it look good and all that kind of stuff. We wanted to take our absurdity, to the next level. So we kind of did that with that training scene. So this scene with the roommate.
Why so serious?
It was all, we wanted to kind of give a little emotion to it, right? To have it kind of serious, kind of keep it, still fake and add a lot of humor into it. Where I could probably say 80% of the script was improvised to a point. Like, we had the base bones of the script and stuff like that, but we wanted to really, I wanted to personally really let my two actors just go off the cuff. And we've all been friends for, 10 plus years. These two guys are actual roommates. They've lived with each other for a couple of years now, best friends growing up. So the chemistry they have, it has been a 12-year, as my buddy Dean puts it. I've been pissed off at Zach for 12 years, so this should just come naturally. So I thought, kind of playing off that would be very funny. This scene, the car jumping scene, was one of the funniest ones I think to film. A lot of it we cut down to make it this shorter length, but it was very funny to see them. Well, just to see Zach dressed as Batman trying to jump a car. It's just so absurd.
Okay. So I'm gonna go watch the Sixers game. You can do whatever you're doing in your cute little outfit.
The spinning of the belt was an impromptu right away kind of thing, and we did 2 takes of it, and the reaction shot was just so funny to put in there, and I think it fit really well. And okay, so Zach on the roof now. These are the moments I wanted to make this look like really well. Like I did it with the shaky cam. Just again, we didn't want it to make it look so perfect and crisp, like to the point where it's like have like the stabilizing shots and all that. We wanted to kind of give it that feel of like like an indie film kind of. But the silhouette shots of like him on the roof, of him looking over, looking for crime, like those are the shots I wanted to make actually look really good. We took a lot of time, trying to just set these shots up, set these angles up, and then we thought, it'd be great if we mixed in, him on the roof looking for crime, as well as cutting back to his roommate who's watching the Sixers game. And I thought, you know what, right here, it's probably the most gut-wrenching shot of the Sixers in my lifetime, watching Kawhi Leonard hit that quadruple doink. So we thought, you know what, that would be so funny to have the TV cut out right before that happens. So we didn't quite have to relive that moment. But you know, it's just as painful either way, knowing that what actually happened.
Rather Dark Knight, isn't it?
Yes, the
Sorry, I've never done
the rather Dark Knight scene. This was,
No, we look like
God, this was so funny. And the lighting, so the lighting we used in this was just the car lighting.
your balls. I'm here to end this carjacking.
We did two, and I think it looked really eerie and mysterious with just the car light. So I'm really happy the way that turned up. I think it was very, very funny. And the same with this. Our only light, because it got so dark, you know, that day we were filming outside, the lighting here is only just like the camera flashlight. It only got real close because, again, we were outside. So, you know, it's just kind of one of those things you got to do. You just got to work with what you have on the days that you have it. If you're outside, there's probably not a lot of, you know, electrical outlets, so you just kind of got to roll with it and change some things up to, you know,
So sick of you, dude.
to kind of just achieve the vision you're looking for, but at the same time, like, you don't want to overthink it and try too much. So you just kind of roll with what you got, and I'm actually very pleased on how it turned out.
Another citizen can rest easy, knowing the streets are clean from
And the final monologue. The final monologue scene, I wanted to keep it as dark as possible. I didn't want to put too much light on it, right? I wanted to give it that, like, dark, that actual Batman Dark Knight feel.
darkest of times. I will always
You know, of him when he's, like, about to open the door, and he's giving that final speech. And with the way that he goes, he gives that final speech is actually if he did something well, when in reality he just completely messed up, but in his own brain he did something right. And the final song, the Something in the Way cover, spoof cover, I mean, it just, if you look at it, it's a spoof Batman film, right? And Something in the Way has been such a big, you know, song and real feel to the newer Batman movie. So I thought, why not find a spoof of it? And we found the perfect spoof of it, which I think just it just works so well with this film.
Something's in my ass. Something's in my ass.